Hey, it's Heather with another update on my mold detox. Today is Friday, January 14 of 2022. This has been a really active year, and I've been thinking and been trying to do these updates for the past week because things have kind of been moving really quickly, and keep thinking like, well, maybe I'll post it, and then I don't post it, and then something else happens, and I'm like, well, I'll just do an update again, um, which is sort of stupid at this point. So I'm just going to do one and I'm going to post it. A lot of things happened. So building off of the last update, which was that I need to get out of my apartment, my labs are coming back worse. One lab came back and it was actually modestly improved, my MMP9. So it's sort of a mixed bag. It means that maybe there are some improvements happening, but there's enough factors that are concerning that we need to test this apartment and I need to make it a priority to leave. So I had this opportunity to move to California for a year, or a potential opportunity, I should say. And it was so nice. I was really excited about it. And then it fell through, which I'm not like, I don't really mind. Like I wasn't so attached to it because there would have been a lot of logistical things in terms of my energy and finances to just get out there. But what I really like is that the decision was easy. Like I could feel it in my body. Like the decision was right here. Like, oh yeah, man, I could totally go to California for a year. I wouldn't, I didn't even think twice. It was like the decision was made, and reminding me that good decisions don't work out up here. They work out here, and then of course your mind can sort of process all the things and go like, oh, this is why it works. And so yeah, so that was really nice, and it gives me a sort of a new perspective on how to look for a place should I have to leave this place if the tests come back bad. Tests come back with like high enough levels that it's clear that I need to get out. If it isn't clear, I may sort of try to ride it out as best I can. So the things that my doctor wants me to scale back on the mold and start doing the Lyme treatment. And I've got those products ordered, and I should be getting those today, or if not today, like by early next week, and I'll get that started. It's also my birthday next week. So there's a part of me that doesn't want to start till after my birthday because like I don't want to feel crappy on my birthday. I just really want a symptom-free day on my birthday. And it's possible, right? Like, because I'm getting one day, maybe every 10 days where I'm feeling pretty normal. But that's not often enough. And yeah. Anyway, so I may delay the start of the treatment until after my birthday, just so that I'm not, playing with fire. Because apparently this treatment is like you pull the bacteria into your bloodstream and then you kill it with other stuff, which the whole concept just like scares the crap out of me. I'm like, how is this not going to be really really fraught with symptoms? I just don't even know how that's possible. But anyway, that's what I'm doing. And, although my doctor wants me to scale back on the mold because it appears I'm living in mold, I'm not comfortable with that. And so I went back to Dr. Jill Krista, who wrote this book, Break the Mold, which is sort of my original inspiration for clearing the mold and working with a doctor that's trained with Dr. Jill. She's got a new sort of webinar course that's available. That's 9 things to do if you're still living in mold and you have this diagnosis of a toxin illness, which is what I have. And it's got some really good things in there. I mean, the main takeaway I get here is like, definitely treat it. Like, don't, just because you're in this space, don't just give up and don't move out. She's like, you need to treat while you're in the space, and you need to be making it a priority to figure out how to get out. So the idea being like, you don't want more accumulation and more colonization to happen. Like you want to, support the body as much as you can. And it's really goes back to a lot of the things that are in this book, which have to do with diet, which have to do with some body work, kinds of things like sauna sessions and lymphatic massage. But other things, mud baths and so on, and some of the supplements that are most supportive for you while you're in mold, and some of the antifungals that would be least triggering to the body. So for example, something like monolaurin is going to be less scary to the mycotoxins. They're going to see it and maybe not recognize it as being a threat. in a way where they might see oil of oregano being a threat, because that's like a hard kill that's trying to happen. And so anyway, so there's some things that I want to consider on that. The other thing is I'm still treating the Marcons, which is the sinus infections, and using this. I got a new nebulizer, which is a better size for me, and it works amazingly. It's not going to die on me. So I'm doing that for the next, I think I still have about 45 days left on that. It's a 60-day treatment. And then I'll get that retested. And I'm hoping, so the big picture, of course, is that I need to get my finances in order. I need to both scale back my treatment and the expense of that, and also look for ways to scale up my earnings so that there's more room to move in terms of what I spend on the treatment, and not feel so constrained by it, where I'm having to make choices between like, do I eat good food or do I get more probiotics, or I can do like eat good food and get the probiotics and get, my sauna sessions in, like, and not have to sort of make those kind of dumb choices. So there's a lot going on with that. I think that's going to probably mean that I do this more slowly. As long as that's safe for me and like healthy in the long run to do it more slowly, I'll do it more slowly. My dad, of course, wants me to just get it done with. Anyway, that's a whole nother topic. But I think that's my update. I'll probably do an update coming up after I get started on this stuff, and maybe like talk a little bit about how I'm sort of going rogue with my own mold treatment. And what's working for me. Because like, I think the thing that's been really frustrating is that I've been doing everything. I mean, I haven't been doing it all 100%, and maybe that's the issue, but I've been doing everything and I've been trying so hard, and I feel lonely and I feel symptomatic more often than not, and I'm putting on the weight again, and it's just like I'm getting the headaches with frequency, and it's just like, this is not working. Whatever it is I'm doing isn't working. And maybe I need to focus less on pills and need to focus more on body work, for example. Or maybe I really do need to not worry about anything except getting out of this apartment. Or maybe my job and sitting at a desk and looking at a computer all day just really is so intrinsically stressful on my body that it's not worth it. Like, there's so many factors and it's hard to figure out what's what. So low-hanging fruit is get my expenses to come in under my earnings every month, so there's none of that like financial stress, and work on testing this apartment, and then getting out if it's clear that the apartment is the factor that's keeping me in this sort of stagnant place. And I'm very optimistic about this year. For some reason, I don't know why. I probably shouldn't be, but I am. I feel like there's a lot of good stuff that can happen, and I feel really excited that I have no idea where I'm going to be 6 months from now. I have no clue. And for some reason, that's the kind of thing that always makes me happy, is when I don't know what's going to happen, but it could be great, right? And one of the things I told myself when I got really sick back in 2020 is I need to start living as if things are going to work out. I can't keep living as though, I could love things and love people and want things in my life and want people in my life, and but have this thing underneath where it's just like, yeah, I'm never going to get that lucky. I mean, that's just been sort of my attitude, is like, I'm not one of the lucky people in the world. I'm one of the sort of like, I try really hard and then I'm always heartbroken. And I just need to get over that and just sort of walk into the world going like, yeah, everything's going to work out, and in everything, and just sort of go at it like that and just expect it to be that way. Because life is really hard. Like, why make it harder in your head? So that's my vlog update for today. And sorry, I rambled on a little bit, and now I'm going to get to my my nebulizing and then get back to work. Have a good one.